So in the last lecture we have studied about the mesh analysis with a dependent source, right? Now we are going to study the lecture number 2, that is review of node voltage analysis coupled circuit. Okay, so node voltage analysis is based on the Kirchhoff current law. If you remember that we have two laws, right? One is the Kirchhoff voltage law and another one is the Kirchhoff current law, and that is also known as nodal analysis, correct? So let me draw the diagram. If you remember about the nodal analysis, because you have already studied in B.TECH, right? So what is the first step? Okay, so wait. Now can you see my screen? Now tell me, how many nodes do we have? In this case, here we'll have main node is one node, that is this one, and this one node must be grounded, right? Now next step, we have to mark the current direction, that is I1, I2 and I3, right? After this, what we need to do? Apply KCL at node A, right? And that would be how much? I1 is equals to I2 plus I3, correct? Now tell me, I1 is moving from which node to which node? It is moving from, it's here, say it is grounded, grounded is 0. At ground the potential is how much? 0, right? So I1 is moving from 0 to VA. We have to see from node to node basically. It is moving from 0 to VA, so that would be 0 minus VA, and for the battery we have to take the second sign. What is the second sign? That is plus 10 divided by 2, right? Similarly, you can tell me the value for I2 and I. Now this one is the single equation, single variable. After solving it, we can get the value for VA, and then we'll have the current equation, right? So this is a simple example which I told you about the nodal analysis. Then but this time you will get the question of the nodal analysis by using dependent source also. Okay, so now I'm directly telling you the nodal analysis question based on dependent source. Okay, draw the diagram. Current, suppose this is the case. In this case we'll have three nodes, VA, VB and VC, right? This one is suppose I1, this one is I2, this one is I3, this one is I4, this one is I5, this one is I6. I1, sorry, we can't take because they already use I1, so we can take it as I7, right? I1, they have that resistance value is 2 ohm. Yeah, this one is also 2 ohm. Now you have to apply KCL at node A. Tell me which one is the incoming current and which one is the outgoing current. So this one is the KCL equation at node A, right? Now you need to tell me the KCL equation at node B. Write it down. So this is the KCL equation at node B. Now you need to tell me KCL at node C. Okay, so this is the KCL equation at node C, right? But we have to make one more equation. No, we don't need to make one more equation. I1 is already there now, so wherever the value of I1 is there, you need to substitute the value of I1. Like I1 is VA minus VC by 2. Now after substituting the value of I1 in terms of VA, VC, then we'll have three variable, three equation. One of the variable is VA, then we'll have VB, then we'll have VC, right? Understood? So review of node voltage analysis, that one also. Now after this coupled circuit I'll teach you later on. After this I'll teach you the network theorem. Okay, so let's start with the Thevenin theorem first. Got it? If you want to do more practice of node voltage analysis, then let me know. Okay, I'll make you more practice. So let's start with the Thevenin theorem. Okay, so Thevenin is a scientist name. Again, this theorem also you have studied in BET, right? So did you remember the steps of Thevenin theorem? Okay, the very first step is find out the value of load resistance. What is load resistance? Basically, in whichever branch we need to calculate the current, okay, that one is the load resistance. Suppose this is 10 volt, 2 ohm, 4 ohm, 6 ohm, 8 ohm, and they ask you to calculate current in 4 ohm. Right, so 4 ohm is the load resistance. Got it? After that, step number 2, we have to open circuit RL. Okay, whatever the RL we have to open circuit it. Open circuit it means we need to completely remove it. I am doing changes in this circuit diagram only. We need to completely remove it and always mark A and B terminal over there. Fine. After this, step number 3. Okay, step number 3, we need to calculate Thevenin voltage. It's based on the Thevenin scientist, so it's Thevenin voltage, and Thevenin voltage is denoted by V.TEH, that is equals to VAB. Got it? Now you tell me, if you remember that how we can get the value of VAB. That I always tell my student that you are standing at A and you need to move towards B. Okay, you are moving from A to C, C to D, D to B, or you can move from left hand side or you can move from right hand side, right? A to C, C to D and D to B, correct? So now if you are moving from A to C, C to D, D to B, then current would also move in the same direction. Okay, if you are moving left clockwise, then current would also move from clockwise. If you are moving anti-clockwise, then current would also move from anti-clockwise. Okay, so it would be minus 2I1. Again in this case also we have to take the second sign, minus 2I1, then C to D minus 10, then D to B, how much? Nothing is there, leave it, 0. So VAB would be equals to minus 2I1 minus 10, right? So now in this we'll have two variable, one of the variable is I1 and one of the variable is VAB, correct? So for two variable we have to make two equations. So for the second equation we can apply complete mesh analysis on a complete circuit. Okay, so now tell me, according to you, in this we'll have the single loop or the double loop? Single mesh or one mesh or two mesh? One single mesh. So what would be the equation? Minus 2I1 minus 6I1, no, minus 2I1 minus 10 minus 8I1 minus 6I1 is equals to 0. So whatever the value of I1 you can substitute it over there, then you will get the value for VA. After that, what we need to do? Step number 4. Calculate Thevenin resistance. Okay, for calculation of Thevenin resistance, voltage source must be short circuit and current source must be open circuit. Okay, so in this case we don't have any current source, we'll have only the voltage source. That is, voltage source is this one. A, B, this is 2 ohm, 6 ohm and 8 ohm. 2 ohm, 6 ohm, 8 ohm. Now just imagine you are standing at A, you need to move towards B. If two of the resistance are at the same path, then it will be in series. Okay, and if they are at the different path, then it would be in parallel. Like suppose this is 2 ohm and 6 plus 8 is 14. So now tell me, these two resistances are in series or in, they are in parallel. So RTH is how much? 2 parallel 14. That would be 2 into 14 divided by 2 plus 14. Got it? Clear? After that, step number 5. Calculate current. So you already calculated VTH, right? You already calculated RTH, put it in series and then combined it with RL, which you already removed in A and B. Okay, VTH value you calculated, RTH value you calculated, RL value that you already know, right? So I would be equals to VTH divided by RTH plus RL. Now you just need to substitute the value and then you will get the answer. Okay, fine. So in this case, first we'll have RL was 24 ohm, that I removed, right? And then you are moving from A to B, so I'm considering this one as I2 and this one as I1. So first equation is minus 30 I1 minus I2 minus 50 I1 minus, एक minute, it must plus 220. एक minute, sorry. First we need to calculate VTH now. So for VTH, what would be the value? VAB, and VAB is how much? VAC plus VCB, right? So that must be minus 30 I2 minus I1 minus 20 I2 is equals to VAB. Yes or no? Why I took I2 minus I1, not I1 minus I2? Because I2 is moving from A to C, right? Clear? Now we'll have, how many variables do we have? 3. Now we'll have 3 variable and 3 equation. After solving these 3 equation, we can get the VTH value. Now do you know how we can solve these 3 equations? For calculation of RTH, voltage source must be short circuit, right? Then it's not in series. Okay, see how, if I'll redraw the diagram looks like this. Yes or no? So if instead of connecting wire from C to D outside, can I draw inside? Yes or no? Yeah, but there is nothing in the wire, but it's not in series. Now if I draw outside, that it feel like it's in series. Okay, so 30, 20, 50, and what is it? 5. So if I solve it, you have to move from A. Okay, you have to move from A. Now 30 and 50, they are in parallel. So 30 parallel 50 plus, if you move from B, 20 is in parallel with 5. That would be the value for RTH. Okay, in this case RL is equals to 6 ohm. Okay, now solve it. So for calculation, first we need to remove this RL, right? This one is A and this one is B. This one is C, this one is D. So VAB is how much? VAC plus VCD plus VDB. So if you are moving A to C, current would also move from same direction. If you are moving D to B, current would also move in the same direction. Okay, now tell me the equation according to this. If we convert the current source into the voltage source, okay, then our mesh will be reduced, right? Because here we are having two meshes, but in this case we are having only single mesh, so it is reduced. But if you convert voltage source into the current source, then in that case our mesh increases, and if mesh increases, then our work increases, right? First thing. But in this case we can't convert. Yeah, but in this case we'll have the current source and voltage source, both the sources are there. In this condition we can't convert it, we have to take this condition only. Okay, now after this is the first statement for VTH. I2 is directly 8 ampere, and that would be minus 2 I1 minus 4 I1 plus 10 is equals to 0, right? So after solving it, we'll get the value for VTH. Then after that we need to calculate RTH. Now calculate RTH. For RTH, voltage source must be short circuit and current source must be open circuit. So in this case you have to redraw the diagram. 2 and 4, again that is in parallel, and 3 it is in series, right? So that would be in RTH. 2 parallel 4 plus 3, that is equals to RTH. Understood now? So see, we have covered two topics today, that is nodal analysis and the Thevenin theorem. Now you need to make practice. Okay, so practice, which I send you the notes and the book, that book from chapter number 2 only. From chapter number 2 only you can practice it up to here. Dependent source I'll teach you in the next class, because Thevenin theorem dependent source is little bit different. RTH calculation is little bit different from that. Okay, fine. If you want to have coaching for this subject, or you are from Manipal and if you want to study BT, because BT is related to this subject, then you can contact me on this number. Okay, I'll teach you according to your requirement. If you want to study on daily basis, if you want to study on weekends, if you want to study like according to your comfortable timings, then I can teach you. You can contact me on this number. Thank you. Bye bye.